Welcome back to Iowa Live, along with our good friend Michael Jankins. It's time to talk the world of bankruptcy law. And what we're going to do this morning, Michael, we're going to continue our conversation that we had about when you know it's time to get a hold of a bankruptcy attorney.
Yeah, and this is the expanded version. We started out the last time with the first half, and this time we're going to have the second half because there's lots of signs.
Okay, how about this one here, that the folder with all your bills gets to be about as thick as one of these. You remember these things? Yeah, like you had to go down under to find them. Of course, your yellow pages. Again, the big phone books. If you have a thing that's that big, a folder that's that thick, you got some problems.
Yeah, so if your bills are mounting to big piles like that, and I think these goes with payphones too.
Yeah, they do. Right next, they're in the payphone booth on a chain. Yeah.
So you need to really think about calling a bankruptcy attorney if you just have bills that are stacked up so high, because you're not going to be able to afford to pay those, and so you really need to get some help and figure out what you can do as far as handling the situation.
Yeah, that's about the thickness of a shoebox, you know. So again, if you have bills that are that thick, so you're in major league problems.
Those are the shoe boxes they bring to their first appointment.
Of course they are, yeah, which I'm sure you smile at time and time again. But how about this one here? You have more visits at your front door from people you're probably not real fond to see, as in small claims court lawsuit, or instead of having people come to your door that have smiles on their face, selling something that's pleasant like cookies.
Yeah, so this is a situation where if you are having all these people serving you court papers, those are going to result in wage garnishments, and then we're going to be going back to those other topics we mentioned last time, where you're going to have stress in your family and you and your wife are going to be arguing because you don't have enough money because they're taking part of your paycheck. So when you're getting served all these lawsuits, don't wait for the wage garnishments to happen. Call me and you can avoid possibly all the pain that comes with small paychecks.
There you go, and you can get visitors like this instead of what you have knocking on your door right now. Now here's one that can really add up in a hurry. We're talking about medical bills, and they're adding up more than your annual income, which is not necessarily a good thing. So take a look at that stack. That look familiar, folks? If it does, you need to call Michael.
And they're probably bigger than that and bigger than the phone books, because when you get these medical bills, you're getting them at $10 at a time, and then all of a sudden you get more and more, and it's $5 here. But then you get the big ones that are $50,000 when you had an uninsured medical situation, and that's really what's going to put people into bankruptcy when they had no insurance, or if they had really poor insurance, where you had to pay the first $5,000 or $6,000 out of your pocket before the insurance company kicked in any money. And so instead of, again, waiting for the lawsuits to happen and the wage garnishments from these medical bills, when there is no possibility you could ever pay them, because they're more than what you even make, you still got to support your family. You should really just file bankruptcy and get off to a fresh start.
There you go. And speaking of family, that's what we're going to talk about here next. You have tapped your family members for loans to bail you out of your debt, and the word again is on there, because it seems like once you do it, it happens over and over again, because then you feel comfortable asking somebody for money.
Yeah, and when they do it the first time, that usually, will help them out temporarily. And so up on the screen here, we see 20, 30 bucks there. Well, that might be enough to take your girlfriend on a date, but that's not going to be enough to really help you much out of your debt. And so if a person got a little bit of a loan from their mom or grandma, and that was it, and they've learned their lessons and went on their business, that would be fine. But it's time and time again, and they put their hand in their pocket again for another loan, and they just don't stop the bad habits that got them into the situation where they had to go back and keep asking for more money. And unfortunately, grandma doesn't have the heart to tell them no, and so then she ends up putting herself into a poor financial situation that she has to call
So then you have two people that are in financial strains.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but oftentimes I'll have two people coming to an appointment because they both need to file bankruptcy, because one got the other into a bad financial hole, and they both end up filing.
So one's there because of the other.
Right.
Wow.
Kind of an uncomfortable situation.
There you go. Take a look at our next thing we want to talk about. How about your credit cards? Your accounts have been sold to a debt purchasing company because you're that far into debt that we're wondering. And of course, when that happens, you have nothing to pull out.
And they haven't paid those credit cards for a long time, and we've talked about this before. So the Bank of America cards, Capital One, the J.C. Penney's and Sears if they still stick around in business. They sell those accounts to debt buyers, and those debt buyers sue you, and then you are visiting the topic of garnished wages again, and then you're visiting the topic of divorce again because there's too much financial stress in the family. So when you start getting all those credit card accounts sold off to debt buyers, you need to see a bankruptcy attorney. The reason they're being sold off, you're not paying them. And if you're not going to pay them, you might as well get rid of them versus all the bad things that are going to happen to you if you do nothing.
Okay, now here's something that's really has been advertised a lot, and people have gotten in a lot of trouble by doing the next one. You borrowed on the equity in your home to pay off a bunch of credit card debt, and now you find yourself back in the same type of hole, if not even more debt than you were before. And you know what that means? That means there's problems here too.
Absolutely, and borrowing the equity out of your home is one of the worst things, biggest mistakes people do to deal with their debt. They have jeopardized their home now to pay credit card debt when generally their home would have been protected when they file bankruptcy, and you can keep the equity, and then the habits didn't change, and so you kept borrowing again. And you keep spending. And so then you've already taken all the money out of your home, and you still end up needing to see a bankruptcy attorney, but now you can't afford the home because you have too big of payments, and now you lose that too.
Yeah, and you might lose this if you're not careful at the same time, and that happens a lot. And that goes to our next topic that we're going to talk about. And how many times have you talked to financial experts that say the one thing you do not want to touch is your 401k, and your 401k loans for those renters that are out there resulting in a shrinking paycheck. And you know what's going to happen? Same exact thing.
Yeah, so the 401k loans are more accessible for people that don't have home equity loans, so they rent. So not that homeowners don't do it too, but people borrow their money out of their 401ks, and then they keep doing it again, and they have small paychecks. Then they can't pay their other bills, and again, all the bad stuff happens. Their home goes in foreclosure, their car gets repossessed, their marriage goes on the rocks, so nothing but bad things start happening.
Okay, and speaking of bad things happening, losing your job is not a good thing. It's a very bad thing, and maybe this is the situation, Michael. You lost your job, and you have these things in your wallet, and you're living off of them. You're living off the credit cards for a year, and who'd have thunk it? Before you know it, you've racked up a couple of debts, as into the sum, maybe 30 grand or even more at times. Is that right?
Sure. So people, when they lose their job, they still have to live and survive. Well, credit cards weren't intended to create an income, so you can't live on them, but people do. So you're going to need to see a bankruptcy attorney if you ran up $30,000 or more in the time you were off of work.
Is that the magic number, 30,000, or is that just one that you find is most common?
It's very common because it doesn't take that much to get there if you're not having an income. $2,000 a month living expenses. If you were denied unemployment, you can get there in a hurry.
That's very realistic, especially if you have a family and you consider groceries and gas alone.
Absolutely.
You know, you're going to get there in no time whatsoever. So again, if people want some more information about how they can help themselves and really get themselves out of a hole, because that's what they are. They're in a hole that keeps getting deeper, isn't it?
For sure.
Okay, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call me at 255-1855, and we'd be happy to answer your questions, or you can find us on the internet at www.iowa-bankruptcylaw.com or follow us on Facebook.
Now, this time of year, again, people are starting to get their taxes together. Just one more final question here. People are starting to get their taxes in order, to get things filed. Would this be a good time to get a hold of you, or would you want to wait till after tax season?
Well, it's probably a real good time because people are getting tax refunds now, and so now they can actually afford to get their bankruptcies filed. So it'd be a good way to start off the year getting out from this debt if you can't manage it at this point.
There you go, folks. If you're in any kind of situation like this, give Michael a call because you have a chance to sit down and talk to him at no charge at the beginning, right?
That's right. It's free consultation.
Free consultation. Michael Jankins, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. There you have it, folks. Just giving you a little extra hand here this morning.